Is it easy to change a sanskar? Easy to change a sanskar? No. Is it easy to change a habit? There is no one in this hall, in fact, there is no one on this planet who has never changed a habit. We are always changing our habits. It doesn't matter in which direction, but we are changing our habits. It's the one thing we are always doing, changing our habits. Now all that we have to do is consciously choose a habit which is comfortable for me, which is healthy for me, and most important in today's time, which is going to create beautiful relationships for me. I have to start opening those files from my 5th folder. If I open the file of expectations and keep it in the automatic mode, then I consciously will shift with understanding, every day telling myself, how can this person be the way I want them to be? How can they be? They are going to be, let's say it once together, they are going to be, bolo na, they are going to be, they are going to be, they are going to be, who they are going to be, their way. Most important, they are going to be the sanskar which they are carrying right now. It does not mean we cannot help them to change a sanskar. It does not mean, let's say, sometime in my lifetime, or sometime when I was in the womb of the mother, or sometime in my childhood, I was betrayed. I was humiliated. I felt very let down. I felt rejected by people around me. It can happen. And when that happened to me, I created a sanskar of insecurity. हो सकता है ऐसा? हो सकता है? Have you seen how insecurity feels in people around you? Can you see people who are feeling insecure around you? How do they behave? Someone who's insecure, what do they do? How can you see this person is so insecure? कैसे पता चलता है? They are defensive. Okay. What else? Insecurity. How does it show? Insecurity. Nervousness. No, nervousness is not insecurity. Insecure. Not confident about themselves, about their relationships. Possessive. Very good. Anything else? Hanji? They like to control others. Good. Now, once we start looking at it, we'll be able to see the illness and the symptoms of the illness. This is all that's needed. This is compassion. Be able to see what the other person is going through, because that other person is family. The other person is a friend. What are they going through? But we don't pause to see what they are going through. We just say they are wrong. And once we say that, we reject them. Once we reject them, we are like this. And once we are like this, we cannot be family to them. Family means empowering each other. Family does not mean earning only for each other, cooking for each other. That's not only family. Family means empowering each other. Family means helping each other to be emotionally comfortable. Family means helping each other to emerge the right sanskars which are comfortable for them, not the sanskars which I want them to have. The sanskars which are comfortable for them is family. So here there is a soul They could be my spouse, my child, my sibling. They are carrying a sanskar of insecurity. They are carrying a sanskar of fear. Now, here we are, family. What's our role? What should we do? First step. We'll go one step at a time. First step. I can see it. But I cannot see it as insecurity. I can see insecurity manifesting into different behaviors. And those behaviors are the ones which I am not comfortable with because I am not expecting them to behave that way. So I want them to behave another way, and they are not behaving my way because they are not well. They are not well. And so when they are going to behave a way which is not going to match my expectation, what's the first thing I do? What's the first thing I do? I do not like their sanskar. And when I do not like something about you, what am I going to radiate to you? What am I going to radiate to you? I do not like you as you are. I do not like this about you. And most important, this is wrong about you. And when I radiate this energy to that person who is already in pain, what will happen to them? Can you visualize? Someone is in pain, and we, family, radiating, you are wrong. This is not how you're supposed to be. How can you be like this? What are we radiating to them? We are radiating more pain. We are adding pain to pain. And then we say, you know what? I love you. So I am saying all this for your good. It's for your benefit I'm telling you this. We are adding pain to their pain. What's role of family? Role of family? Heal. Role of family is not to deplete them. So chalo, here is a sanskar of insecurity manifesting in different forms in their behavior. Here am I. What am I supposed to do? First, one. First thought, one. First thought, understand. See, first thought, accept. First thought, accept. Because before I accept, I cannot even move further closer to them. And acceptance does not mean you be like this for the rest of your life. It does not mean that. Acceptance just means I am not going to question who you are. I am not going to call it wrong. I'm not going to call it strange. I'm not going to reject you. I accept you as you are, which means I do not create any thoughts inside about who you are. Can we do that? Can we do that? We don't have to say anything. We don't say anything. See, just now I see something about you which I don't feel is right. If I start thinking wrong in the sense, how can you be like this? Or I start worrying for you, what will happen to my child? What is his future? He cannot survive in this world. When I start creating these thoughts of a lower vibration for you, I'm radiating that pain to you. You are already in pain. So, and when I radiate pain to you, and who am I? I am one who lives with you every day. That pain radiates into your house. You have to live in that energy in that house. What will that do to you? So now what does it mean? I accept you. It only means I don't create all those wrong thoughts. I do not create any of those wrong thoughts, and I tell myself, yes, soul on a journey. Sometime, somewhere, something must have happened and they have got this sanskar. I accept them as they are. Can we do this? Can we do this? We don't have to sit there and say to them, I accept you as you are. Nothing has to be said, it has to be done here. We are saying a lot of things, but we are thinking different and speaking different. We are questioning so much about them and we are writing, I love you after every message. It's not, I do not. Because I love you means I radiate the energy of love to you, is the meaning of I love you. But when I am saying, how can you be like this? When I am worrying for you, when I am hurt because of a particular sanskar of you, I am radiating worry to you. I am radiating hurt to you. I am not radiating love to you. So we have to keep changing our lines. We cannot have I love you as one standard statement. Because I love you is only going to happen when here the mind is absolutely pure and clean. And that's the time when I, the soul, is radiating the energy of love from my fifth folder. And it's radiating irrespective of who you are. It's not changing when your behaviors change. It's not changing when you are not the way I want you to be. It's not changing when you do not meet up to the expectation of the image I have of a spouse or a child. It's not changing. Then you can say, I love you as a generalized statement. It's not a general statement, it keeps fluctuating every day. So, I accept you means, I accept you means, I will not create, I will not create any wrong thought. Even a thought of worry for them is a wrong thought. Wrong does not mean negative, does not mean you are bad, but I am worrying for my child the way they are is a depleter of energy. Our role is to help them to change their sanskar, not worry for them. If I worry for them, I'm going to pull them down like this. And that's why when we are worrying for people, they move away from us. They don't want to be in our presence. They will go and talk to a counselor who doesn't worry for them. Yes. When you and me were in school, there was no counselor in school. There was no counselor in school. Today, every school, mandatory, counselor, therapist. Why? What's the difference between a parent and a counselor? What's the difference? Why can a child go and talk to a counselor and why can't they go and talk the same thing to their parents, to family? Why? The counselor, the counselor will not create fear, will not create worry, will not create anxiety, will not question their own parenting. Where did I go wrong? We create such powerful negative vibrations. The counselor will not create a thought, what will people say about my child? All these low frequency vibrations. What will the counselor say? And feel and believe? What will they do? They will just say, Acha, koi baat nahi, बैठो. बैठो. What they feel about the person does not change even if the person confesses anything. And that counselor is radiating unconditional respect. Their respect is not changing based on what the person across the table has done. And when we get unconditional respect, we are comfortable there. Can a family member be a counselor? Can a family member be a counselor? Counselor doesn't mean the one who's going to advise. Counselor just means the one whose respect is not going to fluctuate. Constant, same energy. They're not going to worry, they're going to work on the solution. They are not going to sit and think, why did this happen? How did this happen? How could this happen? They are going to only work on, acha, what do we have to do now? Can a family member be a counselor? Are you ready to be a counselor to your family? That's the only need of the hour today. If we want to emotionally empower our children, if we don't want them to go towards any addiction, if we don't want them to get swayed into something which is incorrect for them in terms of peer pressure, then we only need to radiate one thing: unconditional respect. And not just to children. And unconditional respect only means what you have done or who you are does not create a disturbance here. And when will I be able to do that? When I have practiced over a period of time that what I create here is my creation, it's not dependent on who you are. Easy to be a counselor? Easy to be a counselor? Are we saying it's difficult to respect our people? Is that what we are saying? Then what is difficult? What is the meaning of accept what they are doing? Please let's understand acceptance, because it's a word which we all are using. Acceptance does not mean you continue to be what you are doing. Acceptance means you are not creating a disturbance here. Full stop. Only that much is acceptance. You, as what you are today, is not creating a disturbance in me. How many of you are creating a thought about these flowers? Most of you are not creating any thought about these flowers right now, and which means you have accepted these flowers as they are. And when you accept them as they are, your love, which is a natural quality of every soul, is radiating to them. Now start being judgmental about these flowers. Can you start? Can you start? Why is it this color? Why? Oh, very good. Why aren't they red? Yes. I mean, what a strange color to choose, no? It should have been red. It should have. Now let this start. Now, when this starts, we have started. And when we start doing this, we are radiating energy of first being judgmental, being critical. And if this color flower troubles you, then even hurt. And if you feel this color flower has no future in this world, then worry. Yes? And this flower is your child. When we were not creating this thought, we were accepting it as they are. And once we've accepted it as they are, now we can focus on, can I help them to change from this to? Why we need acceptance as the first quality? Because acceptance radiates power. And power is what the soul needs to change a habit. Have you ever experienced when someone around you is in pain, they don't feel like being with you, they feel like being alone? Ever experienced people saying, leave me alone? Leave me alone. Shouldn't we be wanting to be with people when we are in pain? Why are we saying, leave me alone? Why do we want to be alone when we are in pain? Because I don't want any more pain. I have enough of mine. So just leave me alone. And then they will go onto social media and find somebody who's not going to create pain for them. All that we need is someone who's not going to create pain for me, even if that pain is fear and worry for me. Pain is pain. But we say, I love you, so I worry for you. Never worry for people whom you love because you're depleting them. There's a difference between I worry for you and I care for you. But when I am vibrating at a lower frequency, I radiate that frequency to the other person. The other person is already in pain. They say, please leave me alone. Go away. Which means take your negative energy away from me right now. I have enough of mine to handle. But there you are, a parent, a spouse, a friend, who's not creating any lower vibration energy. They themselves will come and just sit near you. Don't we feel like going to high energy spaces when we are feeling low? Don't we feel like going to a high energy space when we are feeling low? Let's be that high energy space. We need to be that high energy space where people are comfortable in our presence, where people feel they are healed just by being in our energy. Why? Because we are vibrating at a higher energy. And why are we vibrating at a higher energy? Because we have changed our belief system to acceptance is normal. Not just for that person, a generic belief system. Acceptance is normal. So then we start creating high vibrations always with everybody, not just at home, at work, on the road, everywhere. Let's change one belief system today. Only one. Because that one is going to change many. And all that we have to do to begin with is just start teaching ourselves every morning. Acceptance is normal. बोलें एक बार? I accept each one as they are. I accept each one as they are. Expectation is abnormal. That's it. That's all that is needed. Go out with this one change of belief system and life will change. Because we are going to shift from a destiny of standing like this, please be my way. And I will be happy only when you are my way. But I will be hurt when you are not my way. And most important, you are the cause of my hurt. Never, 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 ever hold somebody responsible for your pain.